Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn, and in this video, we have another practice speaking test. This time, it's with Azamat from Karakalpakstan. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And remember, if you'd like to have your own free practice speaking test with feedback, or if you'd like me to check your writing tasks, then check out one of my groups. I'm on Telegram and Facebook. Links are given in the description. Anyway, let's get into the test. Enjoy. Good afternoon. My name is Glyn. Would you please tell me your full name?
Good afternoon. I'm Azamat Sultanrat. You can just call me Azamat. It's my first name.
Okay, thank you, Azamat. Now, in this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Where do you live?
I live in Nukus. It's a city here in Uzbekistan. It's located in the northern part of our country.
And what do you like most about living in this place?
I like the weather. It's quite comfortable for us to live. I can wear my favorite clothes, and it's a good place to have a swim and go to parks and other natural places. Yeah.
And is there anything you don't like about this place?
I don't like the public transport. The system is quite old and we don't have enough buses. You have to wait for 20 or 30 minutes when you are in a rush. Yeah, that's a difficult thing that I don't like.
And would you like to continue living in this place in the future?
Well, although I'm satisfied, I don't see myself living in Nukus in 10 or 15 years time. I think that I will relocate to the States where I can start everything from zero, from scratch. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about music now. What's your favorite kind of music?
It's rap music. Yeah, I really like rap music. When I was studying at school, there was it was a popular genre, and everyone used to listen to that song. And since that time, I've been listening to rap songs. Yeah.
And is there any kind of music that you don't like very much?
I would say I don't like our traditional national music. It's played in specific sort of musical instruments called dutar, and I don't like the sound of those musical instruments. And apart from that, I don't like classical music such as Beethoven or Bach or something. Yeah, I say don't resonate with my mood or my vibe, I guess.
Mm-hmm. How do you find new music to listen to?
I just use YouTube, yeah, where I can find just where I can press the button music and I can find the latest hit songs. And apart from that, I also use Spotify, where I can listen to the latest latest songs from my favorite musicians. Yeah.
Mhm. Let's talk about writing now. Do you find it easier to write by hand or to type on a computer?
Honestly, I can't remember the last time I used a pen or pencil to write things down. I use it only when I'm signing somewhere because it's easier for me to use my laptop or my PC to type. I think that is because I spend a lot of time in front of the computer. I'm a teacher. I deliver online classes a lot. That's why it's better for me to type rather than write things by hand.
And how often do you type messages to your friends?
Every day, about 2 or 3 hours I spent on social media, but particularly I use Telegram where I chat with my friends. I have dozens of groups where I chat with my classmates, my group mates, and people from other countries. I use Telegram and I type a lot there.
And did you have to do any writing tasks when you were at school?
Uh, yes, we did write a lot when we were studying at school. We used to write down the lecture when we were having the lesson. But apart from that, we did a lot of project works, which required to write on notebooks and on other these small sheets of paper. So yeah, I wrote a lot at school.
Mhm. And do you know anyone who would like to write a book?
That's an interesting question. Um, I don't have any friends or any acquaintances who are really into writing poetry or something. So I don't know anyone who's going to write a book. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, in this next part of the test, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to speak about this topic for about 2 minutes. But before that, you'll have 1 minute to prepare for your talk, and you may take notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Mhm. Yes.
I will now share the topic on my screen. Can you see the topic?
Yes.
I'd like you to talk about something useful you have in your kitchen. Your 1 minute of preparation time starts now.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's the end of your preparation time. To remind you, you'll have between 1 and 2 minutes to give your talk, and I will let you know when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Well, the moment I saw this cue card, I instantly remembered about my washing machine. Well, most people have their washing machines in their bathrooms or in other places, but our washing machine is in the kitchen, and it's really useful machine for us. We literally use it every day to wash our clothes. We bought it about 5 years ago, and prior to that, we used our hands. We just did the laundry by hand, and it was a chore that no one in my family wanted to take the responsibility of, and because it required a lot of effort and time, and no one wanted to spend a lot of time on it. But after we bought this, hopefully our lives change it to the bright side, let's say, and we can just toss in our dirty clothes and have them freshly washed and dried within just 20 or 30 minutes, as it doesn't take or doesn't require any effort. You can just throw your clothes in this washing machine, press some buttons, and you can do other things like gardening or cleaning the house, or you can just go to the shop and do your shopping. So I really love this. And one thing that I really like about my washing machine, it's absolutely quiet. As far as I know, there are some washing machines which make a lot of noise when during this washing cycle, but ours is so quiet, and uh, you can basically do your homework sitting next to this washing machine. That's why I really like it. And apart from that, it has also different washing modes, such as eco mode or heavy wear and white clothes. And you can just select them according to the types of things that you are washing. And I hope that in the future we will still be using our washing machine. We haven't had any
Okay, thank
problems.
you.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been talking about this washing machine. Let's talk a bit about cooking now. Do
Mhm.
most people in your country know how to cook?
Yes, I would say every family or everyone, let's say just every woman in our country knows how to cook meals. Basically, it's a skill that they learn from their parents or from their sisters. So I would say, yeah, a lot of people can cook.
And do men know how to cook too?
Yeah, there are a lot of men who can actually cook. We have this special meal called plov, and it's basically done by men rather than women. That's why, yeah, actually, there are a lot of men who can cook really well.
Now, in many countries, children learn how to cook at school. Do you think this is a good idea?
I would say yes and no, because it's not everyone is similarly capable of cooking dishes or preparing salads or something. So for some people, especially for girls, it would be a useful skill in the future. And for those people who have a special interest in this field, it will be useful because they may use it as their professions in the future, but not for everyone. Yeah, it's not necessary for everyone.
And do you think being a cook or a chef is a difficult job?
Well, I count myself being a cook or chef, but I guess that is really difficult. You should have special talent to use spices, or you should be able to know these quantities, how to use them. and it requires a lot of skill to use the temperature, as far as I know. And yeah, I would say it's really difficult job.
And do you think it could be a stressful job?
In some cases, if you work for large restaurants or cafes, it would be a stressful job because there may be some guests, special guests who work for large organizations or companies, and you should be really careful when you are serving for them. Yeah, it can put a lot of stress to you.
And what advancements in kitchen technology have we seen in recent times?
Well, with the advancements in the technological fields, we have a lot of new gadgets which work with artificial intelligence. A couple of days ago, I saw this meat grinder with AI. You can just put the meat and you can speak to you can literally speak to that meat grinder, like do this and do this. So, but apart from that, there are some fridges and other microwaves, so which work with artificial intelligence. And I think that in the future, everything will be controlled with this voice or AI.
Let's move on and talk about eating then. How healthy are people's eating habits in your country?
Well, I would say we basically have a healthy diet, because I know a lot of people who are running after organic meals. They, as a lot of people live in houses, they have front yards and backyards where they grow the uh, organic fruit or vegetables, which they for which they do not use any fertilizers or chemicals. They use natural manure, and it's a part of their healthy diet. And apart from that, they try to stay away from eating fast food such as burgers or anything. That's why, yeah, people in my country basically lead a healthy lifestyle.
And do you think it's important for people to have meals with other people?
From as we as social species, we have to interact with other people, and there is something special to in having a meal around one table. You can reflect about your past and talk about your future plans, and from this viewpoint, it's really important to have meals with other people. But when it comes to comfort, it's better to have a meal alone. You can just watch something on YouTube and have your meals and coffee or tea. Yeah.
And do you think it would be a good idea if food was completely replaced by tablets or pills in the future?
No, I don't think it's a good idea, because yeah, I've read several articles where scientists claim that in the future people will not have any meals; they will have these tablets. But I think that it's not a good idea, because there is something special of having this spoon and fork in your hands and having meal with bread. So I think that it's not a good idea to replace it with small tablets. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of the test.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this practice speaking test with Azamat. As always, please do let me know in the comment section what score you think the candidate deserves for his performance. As always, I'll make my own follow-up video with my comments, feedback, and analysis that will probably go up tomorrow. Yeah, and in the meantime, if you'd like to have your own free practice IELTS speaking test with feedback, or if you'd like me to check your IELTS writing tasks, then you can request this in one of two places. I'm on Telegram and Facebook. Links to both of those groups are given in the description. Candidates are always selected at random, but if you'd like to avoid the random process and you'd prefer to guarantee a test, then you can order a paid speaking test or writing check, and a full price list is available on my website, expertexaminer.com. Again, links given in the description. More videos coming soon, but for now, bye bye.